They stink. Like I can't wait for that. Like everyone knows they shouldn't be in, but they're only in because of the conference that they're playing in. It's kind of like the person that you work with. You know that the only reason he has that job or she has that job is because her mom and dad is the owner of the company. Like I'm ready for that. I'm ready for Nebraska to get in at 8-4 with a loss to Iowa, but because they're the fourth best team in the Big Ten, well, they got to get in. That's what I'm ready for, man.
Quick side note before we get back to the playoff discussion. I think you have something for Nebraska. I think they're next up on the plate.
I mean, just using them as an example.
Yeah.
They don't do anything for me.
Okay.
They're not a threat. They don't do anything for me.
No, either beef or
no beef.
You want to give them a little bit of what they deserve, something like that?
No.
I mean, they just got it in softball.
No, man, they're just the first team that came to mind.
Okay.
Because they're a team that.
No, they fit the description you laid out.
Yeah. No issues with Matt Rule.
Okay.
At all. I'm glad that he is vocal the way he is as a head coach.
Same here.
Yeah. I mean, he was one of the first ones to really start being transparent about NIL numbers when it comes to how much it was going to cost to get certain quarterbacks and certain players. Like, he kind of busted things wide open, made it pretty easy for everyone to talk about. So, no issues at all.
Okay.
Yeah, no issues.
So what do you think? 5 plus 11? The 5 plus 11 is simply 5 conference champs and 11 at-large spots. So it's the current format, just expanding it out by 4.
Well, if you want to make the conference championship mean something, I think that's the best approach. Like, it should mean a lot. It should give you an advantage, whether it's extra rest or seeding, if you win the conference. And if you win the Big Ten conference or the SEC conference, then it should mean that much more because of the difficulty of the conference. So if you want to make conference championships matter, you want to make that game continue to matter, then I think the coaches are on to something.
You know what also is hilarious to me about all this?
What's that?
How difficult the leaders of college football have made this process trying to figure out the college football playoff at the FBS level.
Because they're straight business guys. They're not football guys.
Yes. They're acting like they're trying to come up with something that isn't already in place everywhere else.
Just ask the coaches or just follow the blueprint.
Yeah, we see changes from time to time. The NFL has expanded its playoff field in recent years, but it wasn't a complicated process. They just eventually got to the point where people thought, okay, they'll probably add another team, went from 12 to 14, and then they made an obvious adjustment of who gets the buys. They went from 2 to 1. It was pretty simple process. Same with the NBA playoff format, the NHL playoff format. Major League Baseball.
Simple is better.
It's changed it some here in recent years with the wild card setup. Part of that is to generate more interest. But it still was pretty simple in getting it done. They didn't go through years of committee meetings and discussions of here's what the coaches want and here's what the general managers want. It ended up happening.
Josh, meetings get things done, if you didn't know that.
The other thing is we have a basketball tournament that's pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty awesome.
The FCS in football has a playoff. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty awesome.
But here with the power conferences, the institutions of higher learning cannot figure out how to put together a playoff.
Well, because it's not about finding the winner entirely. It's all about money too and power. So when that is part of the equation.
Exactly. It's about money and power, and about finding a champion as well.
Yeah. So when you have those three part of the equation instead of just one, which is finding the champion, you're going to have the issues that we're having right now. The equation instead of just one issues that we're having right now. Like, you mean tell me that D2, where they have inferior resources, athletes, I won't say coaches because those guys are good coaches, football is football. It ain't like rocket science. So there's a lot of really good coaches on that level that will never get the opportunity because they're at their level. But you got inferior resources, inferior players, but they're playing in a system that makes way more sense than this level system, and it's been that way for decades. That's not a coincidence, Josh.
Imagine if in the NFL, the NFC East said, you know what? We want to be guaranteed 2 teams every year in the playoff. We produce the biggest ratings. We have the biggest markets. We've got New York. We've got Philly. We have the Dallas Cowboys. We want 2 spots in the playoffs.
Well, that'd be the only way Dallas Cowboys win no Super Bowl, Josh.
Well, once you're in and you're on your own, you gotta win some games to go get the title. But I mean, that's
Dallas Cowboys win no Super Bowl, Josh.
Well, you got to win some games to go get the title. But I mean, that's what we're talking about here. Hey, instead of just saying, I at least appreciate the coaches have said spots here. If we don't make it into the top 16, shame on us.
I'm sorry. If you have Walter Nolan, Jackson Dart, all these great players from other SEC schools on your team in 1 year, and you don't make the top 12, that's a problem. And as much as I like me some Lane Kiffin, that was a dropping of the ball for Lane last year. So
yeah, no chance.
No, there's a that maybe had a chance of winning games. Maybe.
We'll move forward as the meetings do as well in Destin with the SEC Power Conference, discussing the playoff, what to do about the portal. With the portal schedule, will that hold up? We'll talk Tennessee baseball getting ready for the Knoxville Regional. Tennessee softball gets ready for the Women's College World Series, Game 1 against Oklahoma tomorrow, and we'll invite you to join us along the way. You can call or text. What is your preferred format for the college football playoff? Do you want expansion? Do you prefer it to stay at 12, despite the lack of confidence that will happen moving forward? Tell us what you think. 865-656-9900, right here on Josh and Swain.
I'm Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel. Get your Tennessee football coverage where you get insight unlike any other. No one covers the balls like 99.1, the sports animal.
What if you could get a 365 days comfort guarantee to adjust the firmness or softness of your mattress? What if you could get a 2-sided flippable mattress at factory direct pricing? What if it came with a warranty of up to 20 years? What if you could watch your mattress being handmade right here in the Knoxville factory? You can at Brothers Bedding Mattress Factory. Brothers Bedding understands what it means to be local, high quality, excellent service, and a name you can trust for over 85 years. BrothersBedding.com.
This spring, if you're looking for jewelry to celebrate a special occasion or just to enhance that new Easter dress, then look no further than TK Wheeler Jewelers. He's got everything to celebrate special moments or just to zhuzh up your wardrobe. One thing I am obsessed with right now are gold bangle bracelets. You can wear them with anything and they're timeless. And unlike that jewelry you might find online, these pieces from TK Wheeler Jewelers won't tarnish over time. TK Wheeler also has beautiful multicolored gemstone pieces in gorgeous pastel pinks, blues, yellows, and greens, in bracelets, rings, pendant necklaces, and even beautiful dangling earrings. Those precious stones are perfect for spring. TK Wheeler Jewelers is located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. You're going to love your shopping experience. There's over $2.5 million worth of inventory, a friendly staff to help, and you always get more bling for your buck. When you're shopping for jewelry, shop at TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a big announcement. Hey Vol fans, Matt Hall with McLean's Painting in Knoxville. It's time for our annual Painting with a Purpose charity event. Nominate a local nonprofit that could use a fresh coat of paint at McLeansPainting.com or click the What's Happening tab on this station's website. Do you know of a church-related organization or a 501c3 in need of some TLC? Nominate them now. A huge thanks to our sponsors, Sherwin-Williams, Sergeant Pepperonis, Jim McMichael's Signs, Joe Shirt, and Cumulus Media. McLean's Painting, grateful to give back to our community.
O'Reilly. Save money on your next full synthetic oil change at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get a $15 prepaid MasterCard after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for just $35.95. We can recommend all the oil change supplies you need. Shop your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Spring for savings at Cadillac of Knoxville. Receive 2.9% financing plus a $2,000 competitive cash allowance on a new 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Or come in and test drive the all-new electrifying 2025 Optic. Plus, our inventory is stocked with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles. Offers like these won't last long, so spring for savings at CadillacofKnoxville.com. With approved credit for 60 months when financed with Cadillac Financial. See dealer for details. Expires 6/2/25.
Summertime means lots of home time, so give your family a clean start with the help from Zero Res. Why settle for the old school chemicals and harsh soaps when you can enjoy ZR water technology for carpets that stay cleaner longer? And right now you can get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $119. That's 3 rooms, $119 when you mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, to secure this deal when you book online at ZeroResKnoxville.com. And ask about Zero Res commercial cleaning too. Zero Res. All they leave is clean.
Fair, honest sports conversation from 2 guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Jason Swain is here. VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward, 865-656-9900. Yeah, Andy in Spokane texted in and said Division II and Division III have the playoffs figured out. Round and round we go.
No issues there.
At the FBS level.
No issues. But we know why we have issues here.
Yep. Speaking of an issue, so I don't know if you've seen, sometimes online people will post incorrect information. Have you ever seen this? They'll post false stuff.
They do that?
Every once in a while. So, we have these parody accounts. I saw John Kruk during the Phillies broadcast got caught up in it. There was a viral post. One handle was like Derico Henrico, another one that was just an obviously made up name. But it was a CBS logo saying the SEC announces that it is leaving the NCAA in 2028, 2029, somewhere in that range. And John Kruk brought it up on the Phillies broadcast.
Oh, man.
Got him. The SEC's leaving the NCAA.
Got him.
So I know it got spread a lot, but...
oh, man. Oh, Jonathan.
Yep.
He got.
Yep.
Got to have eyes on the thighs, man. Got to have eye discipline.
Yep. So like a Randy Johnson fastball coming at him. He got.
Yeah, you got to check your work, man. It's like doing a math problem. You can't just turn it in. You got to check your work first before you hit send. Mm-hmm. And they didn't do that.
Well, we all can be guilty from time to time.
I've gotten got before.
Sure.
Yeah. I know you haven't.
There will come a day.
I've gotten got.
That day could be today. You never know.
It could be.
But, anytime you have an event like these spring meetings or media days coming up in July, head on a swivel with anything you see on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, you name it.
You got to go and look at multiple journalists who have a track record of being incredible.
Yeah, because there will be the Adarn Schefters.
Yeah.
The fake Woj accounts.
Yeah.
So fake Pete Thamels and fake Dellingers.
You got to look on the profile. Got to make sure the follower list or the follower number matches the actual journalist. If you're following Ross Dellinger and he has like 78 followers, it's probably not the real one.
Any parody Swain accounts out there right now?
No. Thanks for putting the idea out there in the universe, Josh. Thanks a lot. Not now. I'm sure it will be now.
Make sure it is the popular Swain event.
Thanks, Josh.
Account.
I'm sure I'll get a tweet from the fake Swain here soon.
84,000 followers, you. Look at you over there.
Well, I mean, I pay for most of them.
All those bots?
Yeah, the bots. I pay for the bots.
So this is also trending. I just saw this a moment ago, so I'm throwing this at you on the spot. But there was a question yesterday that was trending. What is the most clutch defensive play you've ever seen? The most clutch defensive play that you've ever seen. I saw that blocked by James was trending. So a lot of people are saying LeBron's block Game 7 against the Warriors in the 2016 NBA Finals. Immediately off the top of your head, is there a most clutch Tennessee defensive play? I know when you're on the sidelines as an offensive player, you're just kind of focusing on making sure the ball is coming to you on the next possession. But anything come to mind, most clutch defensive play? I can go first. One that comes to mind for me is the 97 Florida game, Deion Grant intercepted pass over the middle against Florida.
Yeah, it was clutch. I think Robert Ayers made a saving tackle against Air Force in 06. I think who else made a fourth down tackle? That was in 17. Was that Darrell Taylor or was that somebody else against Georgia Tech? That wasn't Darrell Taylor, was it?
Was it Daniel Batuli?
I think it was Batuli. Yeah. Against Georgia Tech. That was pretty clutch on fourth down.
It's a good question, right?
It's a really good one.
And, of course, the first thing you're going to think is biggest games. But you're not wrong to say, hey, the play against Georgia Tech or the Air Force game, that was a good season you guys had. That's a tough night. That's when Inky was hurt.
Yeah,
and you were able to get out of there and avoid the upset.
Well, we had a fourth down stop against the Kentucky quarterback. It was Heupel's first season up there at Kentucky when they went for it. I mean, it was a high-scoring game.
That's right.
Yeah, I forgot who made that play, but we had a clutch.
And it doesn't have to be right at the end. Like Alontae Taylor's pick 6 against Kentucky. That's a clutch play because they couldn't get stops. And in the end, a game that's going back and forth, that defensive touchdown ends up being a big deal as well.
Oh, yeah. That was very clutch. I mean, it's hard not to think only about, like, the fourth down plays because when you think about clutch, you automatically go to, like, the end of the game. It's hard not to go to the end of the game. But, yeah, you're right. It could happen in the second half, but maybe the third quarter, or it could happen in the beginning of the fourth quarter. But it's pretty natural to go straight to, like, the end of the game.
Trying to go back a little bit further, one that came to mind for me, and then there's another one that I'll bet others will send in here as well, but Bill Duff made a tackle against Eddie George in the Citrus Bowl.
Clutch.
Goal line stand. And there's another one, late 90s. Randall says Deion Grant's beautiful INT.
It was
a beautiful play.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, Deion has talked about how that play was a game-changing play, not only against Florida, but for him, for that season. It was a big deal for him and what he did with his career. And, we have now multiple posts saying Billy Ratliff, the recovery against Arkansas in 1998. That's obviously a clutch play.
Oh, yeah.
Helped a little bit, sure. But Tennessee also –
it was clutch.
Tennessee helped force Sterner to helped a little bit, sure. But Tennessee also forced Sterner to stumble. Still have to come up with the ball. So, absolutely, that's a clutch play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm over here just trying to rack my brain and think as much as I can about just games that Jason Allen's overtime pass deflection at Alabama, where he took his helmet off and stared at the crowd and got in trouble by Coach Fulmer during meetings, and that was great. So that was a very clutch play.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jeff texts in Bill Duff's stop against Eddie George in the Citrus Bowl, as well as Del Jones' tip and interception against Alabama. A favorite among many Tennessee fans.
I like the old school ones because those old school ones, honestly, just not on my radar because I didn't grow up as a Tennessee fan.
Sure.
So I'm learning as we go about big plays that were made outside like the most talked about, like the Joey Kent touchdown, the Peyton Manning play one, or Aaron Hayden versus Notre Dame.
Jeff Powell's run.
Bring it on.
You offensive guys, you get all the love, so a little love for the defenders.
They need it, man.
Out there. They do.
The championships are won on defense, right?
That's right. You guys should sell tickets. The defenders go out there and win the championships. That's what ends up happening.
That's right.
This is a good one. So it did not result in victory, and obviously you're going to typically attach clutch play to victory, but Malik Foreman's run from behind play against Texas A&M, that was a great play. They don't have a chance to win the game if he doesn't make that play. It's just they went into overtime and lost to Texas A&M.
Josh, he don't get a participation trophy.
It was a great play.
It was a great play. But clutch means you kind of win. It was a good play, a timely play, but we didn't win. So it's going to be forgotten about, unfortunately.
Okay, so it's in the Marcus Page category, the Julio Jones Super Bowl play. Remember Marcus Page for North Carolina I think he double clutches and hits the 3 to tie it against Villanova.
Yeah.
What a shot. But then Chris Jenkins comes down.
Yeah, no one cares about Page's shot.
Nobody talks about it. It's one of the all-time great NCAA tournament shots.
That sequence.
But it was only a few seconds before defeat.
Yeah, it's like we was in cover 2. We gave up a hole throw against Georgia, and we come back down the next possession, and Josh Dobbs hits Jawan Jennings for the Hail Mary.
Right.
So, no one cares about the great throw and the great touchdown to Georgia.
Yeah, the Riley Ridley catch is probably not brought up too often down in Athens.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yep. They don't care.
Dwayne Goodrich's pick 6 against Florida State in the championship game. I thought that would come up. Travis sent that one in.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. We have some offensive plays being sent in, too. Look at you guys over there.
But you said defense, though.
I did. The question that was trending, so we tied it to Tennessee football. We can talk other sports as well because there would be some basketball plays, but football is probably what you'll remember. The most clutch defensive plays you remember in Tennessee history. We'll talk about that as well. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join the show. Jason Swain is here. Stand out on the offensive side of the ball for Tennessee. You could have gone Travis Hunter, though.
No, I'm following the rules, man. I'm a rule follower. I'm not a rule breaker like you. It's time to do power poll. It's only 5, and you give us 8. I'm a rule follower here.
Okay.
Speed limit is 40. 40.
Is that what you do? Okay.
Speed limit 60. 60.
Without rules, there's chaos.
That's right.
Jason Swain is going to follow the rules. We will look forward to talking to you as we continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
Major League Baseball games in action later today. The Pirates visit the Diamondbacks at 3:40. Marlins face the Padres just after 4. At 6:40, Orioles host the Cardinals. The Braves visit the Phillies. Reds take on the Royals at 7:40. Just after 8, Cubs host the Rockies. Blue Jays visit the Rangers. 9:40, Yankees take on the Angels. The Nationals face the Mariners. The Knoxville Smokies were rained out last night against the Birmingham Barons. They will make up that game on Saturday. The Smokies are playing the Barons in a doubleheader today to make up a postponed game from April. Game 1 is set for 5:30 at Covenant Health Park. NBA playoffs, Pacers beat the Knicks 130-121 to take a 3-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. Tonight at 8:30, the Thunder host the Timberwolves. Oklahoma City can advance to the NBA Finals with a win. Stanley Cup playoffs, Edmonton Oilers took a 3-1 series lead with a 4-1 win over the Dallas Stars last night in the Western Conference Finals. At 8 o'clock tonight in the Eastern Conference Finals, Florida looks to return to the Stanley Cup Finals for the 3rd straight year against the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, Josh, I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford. They are locally owned and operated with locations on Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike. I drive a vehicle from Ted Russell Ford. So does my wife. They have 2 locations. We shopped at each location each time we made a purchase. They were easy to work with the trade-ins that we did. Right now, they can offer you top dollar in return on your trade-in. They can help you save on brand new vehicles. If you are looking for a truck, if it's time to upgrade or add to your fleet, they can help you with exactly what you need. They have many combinations available, as Everybody that comes in has a different need or what you're looking for in a truck. With the Ford F-Series, the Ranger, the Maverick, Super Duty trucks, on the 24 Ford F-150 Lightning, you can get 0% financing for 72 months right now at Ted Russell Ford, your super dealer here in Knoxville. Great savings and options for you in their lineup of SUVs. And remember, they have a great pre-owned selection for you, too. Parkside Drive, Kingston Pike, and you can shop online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Spring weather is finally here, and now you're ready to get outside and enjoy your lawn. That means it's time to go see the guys at Dickens Supply and get your fertilizer or check out their new zero-turn lawnmowers. With 3 locations in East Tennessee, Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is the go-to for landscape supplies and equipment. With brands like Toro, Exmark, Ferris, and Wright, we have the equipment you need. See us soon at one of our convenient locations located in Knoxville, Maryville, and Powell, or check us out online at DickensSupply.com.
I never thought building a custom home would be this easy. When Red Door Homes built our house last year, they made the process simple. We picked from their 30-plus floor plans, customized it how we wanted, and they built it right on our land. The construction time was quick, and their 10-year warranty gave us total confidence. If you're thinking about building a home, do what we did. Go to reddoorhomestn.com and visit their showroom right off Paper Mill in Kingston Pike. You won't regret it.
Red Door Homes, home building as it should be.
So, you're a Batteries Plus go-to guy. But can you replace the battery in my smartphone? Yes. What about my employees' phones? Yep. Can you power my business day-to-day? Yes. What about my delivery truck?
Let me put it this way. If it needs a battery, we have it.
Well, that's all you had to say.
Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
This is Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. How can I help you?
I'm having some issues with my drains.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What seems to be the problem?
It's making this kind of a sound.
No worries. We can help you with that. If your drains are making strange sounds or giving off foul odors, then you may have a blockage or issue with your sewer line. Pipe Wrench can get your pipes flowing again in no time with our $99 drain clearing special. And if we can't open your drain, the visit is free. You also get a free camera inspection of your sewer line to help us easily pinpoint the source of the clog and provide the best and most affordable solution. When we identify the problem, we provide the best option, ranging from drain cabling, hydrojetting, spot repair, or even new sewer line replacements if needed. Don't ignore signs of a clogged drain or sewer line before it turns into a costly problem. Call the plumbing experts at Pipe Wrench today at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan, and if it'll drive, it's worth $5,500 toward the purchase of any new in-stock Nissan. That's right, drive any old trade-in onto our lot, and you'll receive not up to, but guaranteed $5,500. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Recall marketing campaign, one trade-in per vehicle, all rebates included, and NMAC financing.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Don't postpone better sleep. Shop Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale now. Upgrade to a premium bed from a curated selection and take your rest to the next level. Don't miss out. Visit Mattress Firm today. Get matched. Sleep at night.
Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It has seemed like it's rained every single day this month of May, and, well, it has for the vast majority of them. We've got a few more rounds of showers, 5 to 7 p.m. coming through the I-75 corridor. 78 for your high, 60 for the low, and then we'll do it all over again Thursday. From the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Orange Dog's in the studio, Swain.
Yeah, we need him after what you just did during the break.
What did I do?
Pulled up unclutch moments
We had an unclutch play sent to us. There are some of those out there too.
Yeah.
But the question we brought up last segment, as this was a trending topic in sports in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sports world.
In the sports world, most clutch defensive play that you've seen. So we just tied it to Tennessee football. What are some clutch defensive plays? There have been a lot. Had a bunch sent in. And I said, you can come up with some plays in other sports as well. Multiple people sent in Hunter Inslee's catch in the College World Series.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was clutch. The setting, the moment, one of the top defensive clutch plays in Tennessee athletics history. Not just baseball, just the entire university's history in athletics.
Big game Hunter.
We're going to need some of that here in the postseason.
Yeah, but I'll also point out for Hunter Inslee, it's not just about College World Series or season on the line moments. It can be a Tuesday night. He's still running into a wall if the ball's in the air.
Yeah, but you have to.
He's like Rodman going after a rebound. If the ball's in the air, Rodman's going to go get it.
Yeah, you
Same
have
with
to.
Hunter Inslee.
Yeah, you can't be the ball's hitting the air. You look at your watch going, oh, let me make sure. Oh, it's Wednesday. It's not a weekend game against Arkansas, so I'm going to let this one drop. No, you got to go get the ball. See ball, get ball.
Maybe if it's 9-2 in the third inning, we're up big. I might let it one hop.
You know,
catch it barehanded. We'll toss it back in. We'll get that guy out. It's coming up next.
I mean, I think it's easy to say that, but like, dogs are dogs, man.
That they are.
Yeah. I mean, like it just doesn't matter who the opponent is, what time of the game it is, whatever. Like, it's the coach's job to put the dog in his kennel, put the dog in his doghouse. But if a dog's out there playing, he's gonna do what dogs do. Let's go make plays.
Dale Carter's pass deflection and interception against Alabama was texted in. This was not mentioned by name, but I think it's referring to Antonio Wardlow. Remember how big he came up against Georgia?
Block punt.
So special teams, I think, can count in the defensive category.
I thought special teams was special teams.
A third of the game?
It's a third of the game. Not part of half of the game. It's a third. It's the special teams.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get into the whole math thing. It's not mathematically a third, but it can be. I feel like
it's a defensive play, I guess.
Yeah, it is described as a third of the game.
I mean, you're blocking.
It goes into defensive statistics.
Yes. I'll allow it.
And then, Jeremy Lincoln's block against Notre Dame.
Yep. Okay.
Was added to the list. So those are good suggestions as well.
Well, since we have this issue with playoffs and tournament brackets, maybe you should take all the best defensive clutch plays and put it in a bracket.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how you would seed them. I mean, because
the big game moments probably get the higher seeds.
Yeah, I don't know how you would seed them.
Or maybe the time of the game. Like if you make a third quarter interception versus a fourth quarter.
Yeah. Like the play that determined victory probably the most, like a last-second tackle or last-second play, probably will get the 1 seed.
We've also gotten a couple of these. So Brian, he likes to have fun at the